Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Nowonshall, currently with yet another Star Trek Fleet Command video. Today, this is the ARC launch video. I'm recording it a few hours ahead of when the servers go down. So when you see this video, the servers will be properly down. So we're gonna looking at Assimilated Part 2. We all guessed it. We all knew it was coming. We're having another Borg-centric arc. I am kind of excited about this arc. What's coming? We're getting new officers, a new ship, as a lot of you have guessed. Space emotes. Yay, space emotes. Some new research, a new type of exocomp, and and 3 new refits. I don't have the pictures of the new refits. We're going off the images they gave me, so we'll show you what we can. But before we get in the video, don't forget to like, that subscribe, that bell notification down below or below that. Don't forget to leave a comment. Go check out my description, go join the Discord, and there are donation links listed down below: PayPal, Cashapp, and Venmo. Remember, this is my main source of income if you want to help out. And don't forget, I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 to 9 Pacific Standard Time. If you want to come and join and enjoy the streams, come on down, because the streams are getting bigger, the streams are getting funner, and I want you there. All right, so we're going to go across the most exciting feature to begin with, and I'm going to show you what it looks like right away. Space emotes. Yes, you heard it here. We're getting space emotes. Read, I think, like 6 of them or something. I don't have pictures of each and every one of them, but we're getting space emotes. I'm not playing. That's not the biggest feature of this game. So the biggest feature coming up is going to be this. The Vidar Talios. It's not a Vidar A. It is a Vidar Talios. So as you see, I can get my finger. Nope. As you see, it has 4. It looks like almost like 3. Like it's attacking in 3 ways. So how to get the ship right away is going to be, you can get it free to play as long as you have a max Vidar. The first week, you'll be able to unlock half of it. And then the next week, you'll be able to unlock the other half. But you could still buy the ship straight out or partial unlock, because this ship's going to be available through missions. You'll be able to do it 1 week for a mission and then next week for a mission if you want to go the free to play route. But if not, you can just buy the ship straight out. No scrapping needed, nothing needed. It's just a mission. So we're gonna have a lot of new systems in the game. It's gonna be about, I want to say, 20-ish. So every system is gonna have, there's gonna be one system specific for the new expansion cube armadas, and I'll go over that in a little bit, and then more Borg grinding systems, so higher than 33 hostile systems, which is great. But for the Talios, the new exocomps that came out last month will not work to gain loot with the Talios, unfortunately. That's what I was told, so we're gonna have to go with what that was. And the expansion cube, what we're listing is at the bottom of the screen right here. So the expansion cube is gonna be a whole new set of armadas, which are centered around you doing solar armadas first with the Talios to get an exocomp, which will automatically apply to the ship, and then you attack the expansion cube armadas. So this could take a little more finagling with your team. So you got to hit solar armadas first with the Talios, and then hit the expansion cube, and you'll have 1 hour of this exocomp. So you're aware of it. The ship is going to be 12 tiers. The base level is going to be 35. You can get it ups. Goes all the way to 60. Extends refinery, so it increases your independent credits, your faction credit, or all FKR credits you get from it, which is good. Of course, it's an anti-Borg ship. Sold as an app purchase, or you can get it for free through the missions, like I said. Launch week is 50 blueprints, and then the next following week is 50 more. Vidar 1 primes won't work for this, unfortunately. Fleet commander buffs do apply to Talios, so like the ones that are from like Locutus and the other ones do work. Its warp is going to be half. It's going to be based off of research, and some of the research that we're seeing is increased loot, increased warp range, and something called Vinculum Scrappers increases loot from the expansion cubes by a percentage. So the ships are going to be mainly for Borg, solar armadas, and expansion cube related stuff, and that means we get more zones for the ship, more areas to kill, better areas to actually grind out Borg hostiles to do a little bit quicker. Supposedly, it's been worked on to get you what you need for the inner nanoprobes. So that's why the new exocomp doesn't work. That's what they told me. I'm not sure about the exocomp if it applies to a certain tab like we have normally up here. like we have normally at the one, or it's applied to the ship, so that's a little scary because we bring the ship back. The exocomp is gone to renew repair it, so we got to work on that. The Prime Charge Nanoprobe one that just came out does still work, so that's good. So this ship's going to take charged nanoprobes, which is going to be good. So then we're going to have some new officers. Let me pull this off screen. And I bring the new officers on screen for you guys. Bam, we have 3 new officers coming to part of this game. Each one is going to be centered around a new type of buff debuff called Assimilated, and it's PvP based, and it's mainly lower deck. So that's one thing you got to know. It's going to be like morale, burning, and hull breach. So it's going to be a 4th new one we're getting into that mix. So our first one is going to be Borg Queen. So she's an epic officer. Her officer ability, so none of these have captain abilities, just FYI. Officer ability increases crit chance when you are hit by a Borg Armada. Lower deck ability. See, there's only officer and lower deck on these ones, so you can get some PvP out of this pretty good as long as you're proc and assimilate and you have enough lower deck stuff. So while fighting a player ship, assimilate, Borg Queen increases the ship armor piercing, shield piercing accuracy. And then our next officer is going to be Dezok, which is going to be rare. Dezok, I believe, is going to be the second one, the middle one. Dezok, and let's go back to Dezok. While fighting against Borg Solar Armadas, increases all officer stats by a percent for a duration of combat. Cool. His lower deck ability, this is the one you're going to need to proc assimilate. Lower ability is, at the start of each round, if the opponent's hull's health is below 95%, Dezok has an X% chance to apply Assimilate for 4 rounds. So Dezok will be key to be proccing Assimilate for these other 2 officers to work with Assimilate. So he's going to be your centered officer that you want. And these officers can be sourced, Dezok and the Queen can be sourced from the Expansion Cube chest. So the Expansion Cube will have chest, like the Solar Armadas. And I'll go over, and then, it's going to take you about 14 days approximately to get 1 directive to do a expansion cube, just FYI. Then our next officer is Gosa, which is going to be the Ferengi, the simulated Ferengi. His officer ability is when fighting against the Borg Solar Armada at the start of each round, reduces crit chance by a percent for 1 round, which is cool. Helps you with the crit. His lower deck ability is while fighting a player's ship with Assimilate, Gosa increases ship armor, shield deflection, and dodge by a percent for each round. It's cumulative, so it grows up for each round. So that's one thing that you guys are aware of. So we have 3 officers that are centered around the new proc Assimilate, which are all lower deck based, so you don't have to have a whole new crew, so you can throw them all under. And then they're centered around Borg Armadas and Solar Armadas. So these are the must-have officer in this arc is Dezok right away, and the Queen. Gosa, I'm not sure about his sourcing yet, but it's to be determined from what I know. So we have 3 new refits, 2 new refits and a cloak coming in the game. So this one, Morbid John, big shout out to you. You're gonna love this one. Amalgam, the the skin's called Assimilated. Increases amalgam loot. So refit coming in, that's in-app purchase. Next in-app purchase is going to be Stella. It's going to be Assimilated Stella. Increases cost efficiency of Stella particles in the outlet tree. So for you guys that are behind on the Stella tree, this is your chance to catch up if you want to spend the money to get the Stella skin, the Assimilated skin. And then the next one is to be Cerritos Cloaking. Increases Cerritos damage per usual. And buff is in effect while buffing player ships, so you can be stealth buffing ships. And to what I know is the new space emotes are going to be the same way. You can do the emotes in space and taunt your foe, which is kind of funny. And there'll be events centered around that. And then the next one is, like I said, we have 2 new primes. So we have Prime Elite for the FKR Gotcha, which is going to be, if we look at the game, Gotcha is considered a officer chest. So it's going to be centered around these chests right here, I believe. So let me turn that off for you guys. These chests right here, I believe. I'm not 100%, but that's what I'm believing it is from what I was told. And then we have a Prime Inert Nano Probe coming out. So we have 2 new primes coming. Technically, the Viniculum Scrapper is a prime, but it is supposedly sourced free in the game. In this one, let's see. Hailing frequencies. So the emote in space, we're going to look at it one more time. And I'm going to give you a little readout on it. So hailing frequency emotes in space, you got 10 total. Ops 9+ can get it. Thumbs up and thumbs down right off the bat. Vulcan Salute is from the web store, so if you wanted to salute, you have to get it from the web store, and it's free. And the rest are sourced from events, so you'd have to source them there. And then we're gonna have a event store this month. It's not gonna be a full one. It's gonna be kind of like the Dabo token one. So we're gonna have that event store running this month. Besides the Talios, the 3 new officers, the new expansion cube, which can be sourced through 14 days from doing solar armadas, Borg solar armadas. You had exclusive Borg Queen shards and hailing frequencies from the expansion cube chests. Though, of course, the Vidar Talios is essential for the expansion cube because you really need it. The expansion cube is going to be hard to defeat. It's going to be really hard to defeat, according to what I've been told. It's a new group armada for the Talios, just FYI. Again, you have to do Solar Armada to get the Exocomp to be able to do more damage to the expansion cube. So it's going to be another step in doing it. I know you guys are going to be like, Picard facepalm. I know, bro. I know. This is what we got to deal with, but I am rather excited for the Vidar Talios. If it increases the charge nanoprobes that we get from it, then I am 100% for it. That is amazing. I am happy about that. Besides that, that's about it for this arc preview. We'll be doing more videos as the arc comes out. We'll be doing more info. Remember, officers, ships, and hailing frequencies. Oh, and then, frames. So let's take a look at the frames. I never showed you the frames. So I have frames this time. So these are going to be the 3 new frames that are coming in. They're going to be coming in this arc. Is going to be the Borg Queen, which I'm more excited about. And, well, the Transwarp Conduit looks awesome. And then the other one looks good, too. So I like frames. I like everything else. I didn't want to show you some stuff before. I'm not sure if I can, but I got this. All I got for you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, that bell notification down below that. Don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the arc. Don't forget, there in the description, join the Discord if you guys want to talk and come hang out. Don't forget I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 to 9 Pacific Standard Time. And don't forget, if you want to help and donate, those donation links are listed down below: PayPal, Cashapp, and Venmo. All right, guys, it is Nowonshall signing out. Peace out. Have a wonderful day.